Alright, we just got done having lunch at Phil's, best hamburger in Fountain Hills. Let's go check on the boys building some tripods. What's up, Kody? You want to show us how you build one of these things?
Absolutely. So today we're going to walk you through how we are building our new carbon Innegra tripods. All these tripods are hand built by all of us at Outdoorsmans. So this is quite the tedious process, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how we hand select and build these tripods. So first we're going to start out here. We have our first tube to the tripod. We kind of jumped ahead here and already glued on this first clamp to the tripod here. But we will start with the next section here. So from here, you get your first leg section. You have your next 2 and 3 leg sections. So obviously, all these have to fit very precisely together. To do so, we're using these new clamshells to help keep these tripod legs on their inner channels. And now I'm going to show you how this process works. So we're going to take our second leg tube here, attach these clamshells at the top of the leg here. The reason being is because there are inner grooves inside the legs to help prevent these legs from twisting or coming undone from out of the tripod. So it's a little bit of a process to get them all lined up. Once they're lined up, they will fit pretty snug, and you will see how that works here. So here's your second leg section to the tripod. Can we pause? Okay. Can't change up, my team too real, so we stay young. Yeah, this yeah, can't change up. My team too real, so we stay young. Yeah, this yeah, can't change. So now that we have our second leg tube connected to the top leg tube, we're gonna go ahead and get the clamp started on the second leg section. So from here, we attach the second set of clamshells on the last leg tube, like such. Interfit it into the grooves, like so. So from here, we actually start with the gluing process, which is what we did with this first leg clamp. We're using a very heavy duty glue epoxy that is going to prevent these tripods from ever coming undone. It's extremely, extremely strong. Should not have any issues with this coming undone from heat, weather, whatever it may be. So what we do here is we get our glue and the glue gun. We're just gonna put a little dab on the plate here, kind of wipe off the excess. Put a cap on here. And then from here we use this grit. This grit is very finely ground down to a very precise size. And what we do with this is we're coating the glue with the grit. And what that causes is when you use that glue on these clamps, it's filling all the gaps and voids on the tripod leg clamps. So there's no spots on the clamp that's gonna be without glue per se. So we'll go here and just kind of evenly coat this, like such. Done. We'll grab one of our brushes and get to mixing. So mix this up really good. Just make sure the glue is mixed together with that sand. And that's done. So to help prevent this glue getting on the third leg clamp, what we like to do is get like some sort of card or paper to put on this third leg clamp or leg tube so that we do not get any glue on the third leg. If glue does get on that third leg, it'll prevent that leg from pulling in and out. So from here, what we do is kind of wipe off some of the excess on that brush because it does not take much to get these to adhere. Such. We're just going to run a little line of glue across here. Doesn't take much. That's done. So you get a nice even coat of epoxy and glue mixed together there. We're gonna pull this out, get our leg clamp, slide this on, and just kind of twist this leg clamp to evenly spread out that glue. You can hear that sand kind of mixing against the carbon Innegra and the aluminum. So you see a little bead of glue there. We're gonna go ahead and line up the clamps, make sure everything's even, clamp that tight. From here, we gotta clean up the excess of this glue. And to do so, we just take a little paper towel and just go ahead and start wiping. Once we get that first layer off, we go ahead and take this piece of paper, a paper towel, throw some acetone on it. Kind of get the fine edge with the paper towel and use that to run against the clamp and the carbon Innegra. Flip it back over, use the other side to clean it up a little bit. What I like to do when I'm done with the paper towel is go ahead and take a cotton swab, get some acetone on there, and just run it along this groove so I make sure I get all this glue off. I want these to look as clean as possible. And now you're done. Last step to the tripod leg is the foot. So here's the clasp we're using for the feet. Go ahead and get you a little bit of glue on there. Just coat the inside of the leg clasp. Got that on there. We're just gonna go ahead and wedge this in the last leg. Twist it around, make sure you get good adhesion. And that's one leg clamp, or like complete leg. So once you do that 2 more times to get all your legs built and put together, you're gonna go ahead and grab one of your Outdoorsmans trunnions. Here's 3 completed tripod legs, plus the center post. The center post cap is both glued in on both ends. All these are torqued to spec, so your leg clamps here are at 45 inch-pounds right here. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen that and make sure you got 45 inch-pounds. So you're clicking, these all check out. Done. And then your leg clasps to put the tubes in. We're gonna go ahead and loosen those up just a touch. Start with one of your leg tubes here. Flip the trunnion upside down. It's a little bit easier when the legs are all together. Done here. Done. So start with this leg. And what you want to do here is line up all these grooves of the leg clamps with the top leg clamp here. So we'll start with loosening this leg out just a little bit. It prevents binding. And just start wedging this in there. Get that started, line it up, make sure everything's in line with each other. Come back in here, and we're gonna tighten these back to 15 inch-pounds. Shout out to Fix It Sticks. There's one leg tube. It's hotter than balls in here. All right, so once you have your 3 leg tubes connected to the trunnion, your last step here is putting in the center post. So you're gonna drop your center post down, tighten the wing nut, put your snap ring on the bottom, and you're done. There's a fully built carbon Innegra tripod.
This is the music part, so you don't have to worry about this.